Hi, good evening. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Akanksha Swaroop, and we are coming to you live from the CNN News 18 and Federal Bank Prime Time studio. Now, wrestler Vinesh Phogat had stormed to a historic final to go for gold at the Paris Olympics. In fact, Phogat had pulled the biggest upset by an Indian at the Olympics. She became the first wrestler to defeat Japan's Yui Sasaki. Till then, Sasaki had been invincible. That feat made the entire Olympic universe stand up and acknowledge her. But today, in a massive shock for all Indians and the wrestling fraternity, a billion hopes were shattered when Vinesh Phogat was disqualified from the 50 kg women's wrestling event, declaring her 100 grams overweight. This means Vinesh will not be playing final bout, there will be no medal for her, and all her other wins are nullified. On Tuesday night, Vinesh Phogat weighed 2 kilos more, and in a race against time to bring that weight down within the permissible limit, Vinesh Phogat stayed up all night in the Games Village, running, skipping and hitting the gym in her desperate attempt to shed the extra mass. Vinesh Phogat was later hospitalized in Paris. The news invited reactions from political fraternity, including Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who shared the heartbreak with billions of Indians. He even dialed the IOA President PT Usha and urged her to register a strong protest. The opposition, on the other hand, has demanded a thorough investigation as they pointed towards a conspiracy behind her disqualification. The question is, who actually is accountable for her disqualification? The IOA, coaches and Phogat herself face some tough questions. We debate all of that in just a bit. But first up, here's why Vinesh Phogat has lost all the medals. As per international wrestling rules of United World Wrestling, Article 11, if an athlete does not attend or fail the weigh-in, the first or the second weigh-in, he or she is eliminated from the competition and ranked last without rank. Vinesh Phogat's golden dreams have been shattered once again. This is her second Olympics heartbreak. At Rio Olympics 2016, the anterior cruciate ligament tear from a fall also resulted in her withdrawal and surgery. In Tokyo 2021 quarterfinal, a loss and subsequent disciplinary action had taken place. In the aftermath of the defeat, the Wrestling Federation of India had initiated disciplinary action against Vinesh for her conduct at Tokyo. The WFI did revoke her suspension. World Champions Hips 2021 first elbow surgery also happened with Vinesh. She pulled out midway while competing at the national trials for the World Championships in 2021. Here's what happened in August 2023. A complete ACL tear and partial lateral collateral ligament tear happened, leading to missed Asian Games. At Paris Olympics 2024, she's been disqualified for being overweight. And after Vinesh Phogat was disqualified for her weight issue, the opposition has called it a black day in sports and questioned the government. They allege it's a conspiracy against Phogat for protesting against the government. Congress's Randeep Singh Surjewala has alleged that a conspiracy has been hatched against India's daughter and asked who stabbed Phogat in the back. Trinamool Congress's Kunal Ghosh has asked if Vinesh Phogat's been disqualified as per rule, or would her victory have hurt somebody? The Aam Aadmi Party too is echoing other opposition leaders' alleged conspiracy theories. Akhilesh Yadav has also demanded a thorough investigation into the technical reasons behind Vinesh Phogat's disqualification. And so today this is the question we'll be debating on Vinesh's disqualification. Is it a conspiracy or a matter of cruel fate?
We are providing Vinesh all medical and emotional support. The Wrestling Federation of India has filed an appeal to UWW to consider the decision to disqualify Vinesh, and IOA is following that up in the strongest possible manner.
देखिए हमने तो पहली दफ़ा सुना ऐसा, क्या कारण हुए मैं कह सकता हूँ आगे क्या है, और ये बड़ा दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है इसका जो भी है, क्योंकि विनेश जो है हमारी बहुत अच्छी खिलाड़ी है और उसे दुनिया में नाम कमाया।
बड़ा झटका लगा है पूरे देश को, सभी युवाओं को और सभी को, क्योंकि हमारी एक्सपेक्टेशंस बहुत ज़्यादा थी और मैं समझती हूँ उसमें उच्च स्तरीय जांच होनी चाहिए कि डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन हुआ है वो आखिर क्यों हुआ है।
भारतीय ओलंपिक संघ की अध्यक्षा पीटी उषा भी अभी पेरिस में है। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने स्वयं उसके साथ बातचीत करके उचित कार्यवाही करने के लिए, उचित एक्शन लेने के लिए भी उसको कहा गया है।
Right, on that note, let me also introduce our esteemed panelists today. I'm joined in by Charu Pragya, who's a spokesperson for the Bharatiya Janata Party. I'm joined in by Pooja Tripathi, who's a spokesperson for the Congress Party. I'm told Alka Tomar will be joining in just a bit. Also joined in by Ayaz Memon, who's a renowned sports journalist. Many thanks to you, Mr. Memon, and the ladies for joining in. Pooja, if I could begin with you. Randeep Surjewala has been talking about a षड्यंत्र कि विनेश फोगाट के खिलाफ जो षड्यंत्र रचा गया है वो बेनकाब होगा, इस षड्यंत्र का चक्रव्यूह जल्द ही टूटेगा। किस षड्यंत्र की बात कर रहे हैं?
I think, Akansha, what needs to be seen here is, the government, the authorities didn't step in when they could have. We have seen Kenyan athlete Faith Kipyegon, his disqualification was reversed. And now everyone, it's not just Randeep Surjewala, it's everyone is asking why Vinesh had to go this kind of disqualification with just mere 100 grams overweight on the day when she was fighting for the country. She was not just an athlete in the race for medal. She was a beacon of hope and justice for the millions of girls who have been wronged by the system. Her stories of grit, resilience, strength, and working against all odds, standing on the right side of history, asking the system, being the part of the system, and competing till the last mile. And that's why these questions are raised, that why did authorities not went for appeal and then went on to
No, Pooja, let's not digress from what Surjewala said. He's saying Vinesh ke khilaf racha gaya षड्यंत्र. Do you understand the meaning of it, or should I translate it literally for you in English?
You don't have to translate it. The questions we are asking is right there in front of us. That why didn't authorities, went off for appeal and they instead...
No, he's clearly alleging that there's been a plot, a conspiracy which has been hatched against Vinesh Phogat.
That's what I'm saying. The whole country is asking what has happened. Why just mere 100, being an overweight by 100 grams has costed not just as a medal, she's been out of the Olympics. When people from contingent from Russia, from China, from Kenya, they've appealed and they've brought their medals back. We don't want to reassure our athletes on the first place that, you should, you're a beacon of hope for the country. You're a hero. We should work against all odds. We should give them ultimate support.
But isn't that what Prime Minister urged PT Usha also to do? And isn't that what IOA is already doing?
So that's what the legit questions are. Why did IOA didn't appeal in the first place? Why did they wait for Prime Minister to make a call and then they rushed out to make a media statement?
All right, let me quickly bring in Mr. Memon. Mr. Memon, examples being given of the Kenyan athlete. First of all, is that a fair example? Not to forget that the United World Wrestling Chief has already said that rules are rules. Give us a sense of how stringent the IOC is when it comes to rules.
Look, this is a tragedy of epic proportions. Look, we all know how well she performed in the earlier bouts. But we also know we have to juxtapose it with all the kind of hassles she's had to go through, her injuries in the past, the protests, and the way that she's had a battle with the federation that she's been fighting bitterly, and which I thought with a lot of spunk and a lot of guts. So I think all these have raised these questions. But as you played that video of Dr. Dinshaw Pardiwala, who was with the Indian Olympic contingent in Paris, explaining as to what may have gone wrong or what has gone wrong. He's the closest to the action. Now, I think it's legitimate to ask questions, but it's also, I think, sensible to look at what the expert or the medical advice is saying. And therefore, I think one needs, there needs to be a little cooling down of tempers. It's a monumental tragedy for her alone, not just for her alone, but also for India. Because, whether it's getting a medal or being an inspiration to young girls in the country or inspiration for anybody in India. So I think this is something that needs to be addressed. The questions need to be asked and the explanations need to be given. which is now coming out now, as Dr. Paliwala and PT Usha have just addressed in their video.
Right. Charu Pragya, there's been a demand for a probe. We've seen how the opposition's also been protesting in the parliament. The whole entire politicization of it aside, the fact of the matter is that the allegations are that the government has not done enough to take a stand for Vinesh Phogat, who's in fact only brought laurels to the country in terms of her performance till today.
Good evening, Akansha. I would like to speak today not just as a BJP spokesperson, but also as a former international athlete who has represented India. Let me assure you, every athlete and their support staff, they pour in their heart, their sweat, their blood, their souls into ensuring that they give their absolute best, especially where Olympics are concerned. What happened with Vinesh was beyond tragic. But it doesn't mean that she's not a winner in our eyes today. She has 140 crore Indians cheering her on, and all of us think that she's a hero. She has done the unbelievable. She defeated Susaki, the Japanese wrestler who'd never been defeated before. But that being said, I think it is beyond shameful that the political dispensation is speaking in these horrible allegations on a day like today. Even on a day like today, we are not a government which is going to be anti-India just to oppose an ideology like the opposition has constantly been. The government has done every possible thing to ensure our athletes are given the best possible facilities, the best possible support staff, the best possible coaches, and that's exactly why we got 7 medals.
But Charu, do you not think that the Wrestling Federation has brought these questions upon themselves after all that Brij Bhushan did and where the Wrestling Federation was placed? And
yes, that's unfortunate, Akansha, and yes, I would like to speak about that as well. That is extremely unfortunate. But in spite of all those hurdles, we had our hero Vinesh on the international platform. She won yesterday, all of us applauding for her. So in spite of all of that, today we've not heard Vinesh complain or cast allegations. How is it that the political people, without any proof, without any understanding of sports law, are casting aspersions like this? I would like to ask the Congress spokesperson, Madam, do you understand IOA rules? Do you understand Olympic rules? Do you understand that you can't just write away 100 grams and say it doesn't matter? And please let me also tell you, the Indian Olympic Association is leaving no stone unturned in ensuring that Vinesh is looked after both physically and emotionally, and we are putting our might behind our complaint and our appeal. I am very sure, I am keeping my fingers crossed along with the rest of my country people to make sure that Vinesh gets her due. But pointing fingers without proof like this is horrible. At least once in your life.
I think Pooja wants to make a point over there. Pooja, quickly.
I want to ask Charu that where was this government who is mentally, physically all out on supporting Vinesh Phogat when she was there for sit-in protest at Jantar Mantar, when she laid her medals at Kartavya Path, when she had to move to Supreme Court to file just an FIR against your ex-MP? And what did Bharatiya Janata Party forget? Vinesh had to go to Olympic silver medal, Olympics wrestling mat to prove her worth. And why does any woman has to fight an abuser, has to fight a system which is so partial and so crooked up in the favor of the party? And what was this party? We are a party of difference. We support them. Why had Vinesh Phogat had to go up to Olympics podium finish line to let her voice heard? When were they sitting in Jantar Mantar? When were they laying down their medals on Kartavya Path? When they were meeting authorities? Nothing. Nobody. Till date, they have not made any action on Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. Just give me one action. No, denying him of ticket was not an action. You just gave a placebo ticket to his son. And
you know, that's a very valid question, Charu, which the BJP will have to answer. Unfortunately, it's on a day like today that Vinesh has been disqualified, that questions back to haunt the BJP.
Yes, and see, nobody has denied that the wrestlers' protest was horrific to watch. Investigations were going on. No formal FIR had been lodged. But it is silly to compare that to what has happened today. It is also silly to compare Vinesh's case to that of other athletes of other countries. You can't compare apples to oranges and hope to come away with the same result. See, the thing is, Vinesh did rise above all the difficulties she faced, and she proved her mettle on the international platform with our Honorable Prime Minister also hailing her, all of us included. We've been cheering her on. But tell me, was it the government of India which went to Paris and made sure that her weight went up? I don't know why you're speaking like this.
All right. In fact, that's a question I'd like to take up with Alka also. Alka Tomar, the former Indian wrestler, is also joining us live on the broadcast. Alka, thank you for joining in. The fact of the matter is, many critics would like to blame Indian politics for what has happened to Vinesh Phogat, but the question of the hour remains that, while wrestlers are, of course, as far as wrestling is concerned, it's a sport which is very tough on the body. Wrestlers से expect किया जाता है कि वो अपने weight को control में रखें, खाना भी control करना पड़ता है, पर support staff का क्या रोल है? आज किस पे आज सवाल उठाए जाएं? सपोर्ट स्टाफ पे कि विनेश अपना वजन क्यों नहीं लिमिट्स के अंदर कर पाए, या विनेश पे, या इंडिया के पॉलिटिशियंस पे, किस पे? अलका, आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है? अलका, आप अपने को अनम्यूट कर लीजिए, शायद आप म्यूट पे हैं।
जी बिल्कुल। विनेश का जो वेट है वो मेरे ख्याल से 55-56 केजी रहता है
जी।
तो उसने काफी टाइम से अपने आप को मेंटेन किया हुआ था 50 केजी के लिए, क्योंकि 53 में वो ज्यादातर कंपटीशन विनेश खेली है। 53 के लिए वो अपनी बॉडी प्रिपेयर करती है, लेकिन उसके पास कोई ऑप्शन नहीं था इस टाइम पे, क्योंकि 53 केजी में अंतिम बंगाल ने क्वालिफाई कर लिया था वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप में पहले ही राउंड में। ठीक है, तो उसके पास ऑप्शन सिर्फ 50 केजी बचा था विनेश के पास। ठीक है, तो उसके लिए काफी डिफिकल्ट है, क्योंकि उसकी बॉडी जो है वो बहुत ज्यादा हार्ड है और उसके अंदर फैट बहुत कम है बॉडी के अंदर, तो उसको पसीना बहुत ज्यादा कम आता है विनेश को, उसको बहुत ज्यादा मुश्किल होती है वजन कम करने में। ठीक है, और काफी टाइम से, जैसे कल साक्षी भी बता रही थी कि भी उसको बहुत ज्यादा टाइम से उसने पेट भर के खाना भी नहीं खाया है, काफी टाइम से उसने पानी भी नहीं पिया है पेट भर के। तो कल जब उसका वजन हो गया था, उसके बाद देखिए ये सारी बंदिशें हट जाती हैं। हर खिलाड़ी के, चाहे कोई भी खिलाड़ी है, वो खूब पेट भर के उस खाना खा सकता है, खूब अपनी रिकवरी कर सकता है, क्योंकि उसको फाइट का दिखता है। उसको दिखता है कि भाई मेरे को अपनी फाइट कंप्लीट करनी है, मुझे, मेरे सामने ओलंपिक चैंपियन है, मुझे उसको हराना है। ठीक है, तो उस टाइम पे हमारे माइंड में ये चलता है कि भाई मेरे को रिकवरी करनी है अपनी बॉडी की अच्छे से, चाहे मैं इलेक्ट्रोल पी रहा हूँ, चाहे मैं जूस पी रहा हूँ, चाहे मैं कुछ भी खा रहा हूँ। तो अच्छे से उसने वो खाया पिया और वो हमको रिजल्ट भी देखने को मिला। आप सबने देखा वो चीज, विनेश ने कितने अच्छे तरीके से, कितने माइंड के साथ वो कुश्ती खेली। लास्ट 10 सेकंड में एक ओलंपिक चैंपियन को आप हरा रहे हो, तो एक अपने आप में हिस्ट्री उसने क्रिएट की। ठीक है, उसके बाद में आप वर्ल्ड चैंपियन जो लड़की थी उसको आप हरा रहे हो, सेमीफाइनल आप इतने इजी तरीके से जीत रहे हो। ठीक है, फाइनल में आप जा चुके हो। ठीक है, माइंड सेटअप आपका क्या है कि आप फाइनल में जा चुके हैं। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट आपको आता है कि पूरा दिन आपको एरिना में निकल चुका है, आपका पूरा दिन एक खिलाड़ी का, जिसने कितने टाइम से अपने वेट को रोका हुआ था, उसके बाद अपनी रिकवरी करके वो खेल रहा है, इतनी अच्छी फाइट उसने दी। ठीक है, उसके बाद उसको नेक्स्ट दिखता है कि कल भी मेरा वेट होना है भाई। उसके बाद उसने अपना वेट चेक किया होगा, उसकी तैयारी उसने शुरू कर दी होगी रात से ही,
और वो उसने की, उसने स्किपिंग की, उसने बहुत एक्सरसाइज की, यहाँ तक कि उसके बाल भी काटे गए हैं वजन को घटाने के लिए।
कहीं ना कहीं बॉडी की रिकवरी मुझे लग रहा है उसकी ज्यादा हो गई और वो थक गई पूरा दिन। कल इतनी अच्छी फाइटें उसकी हुई हैं, उसको इतना समय नहीं मिल पाया, या उसको लगा कि मैंने पहले वेट दे दिया है, मेरा वेट।
जी, in fact, let me quickly bring in Kripa Shankar Patel, who is also an Arjuna awardee and an Indian professional wrestler and coach. Kripa Shankar, how do you assess the situation right now with Vinesh Phogat? Is this something that can be challenged, or is this something that basically is just a matter of what wrestlers in fact have to face on a day-to-day basis? Because कहा जा रहा है ये weight gains होते रहते हैं और ये all right, I think I have lost Kripa Shankar over there, but let me bring in Ayaz on that point. Ayaz, if you could, in fact, come in on that question in terms of how usual or normal is it for athletes to gain weight?
Well, I think it's been very, very well spelled out by Dr. Dinshaw Pardiwala. These are hazards when you are in a weight category, and in Vinesh's case, she's come down. She had to come down in weight because her normal weight is 53, 55, 54, whatever it might be, and she's competing in the 50 kg category. So obviously there's a hardship for that, and then you have to kind of starve yourself, take every precaution that you don't exceed the weight. Now, what the body type is, this is a very technical issue. I won't be able to provide too much light on it. But I think that these are things that we have to rely on the medical experts. And, I think that the whole issue has got compounded because nobody expected this turn of events, and juxtaposed with the kind of problems that she's faced over the past 3 years with injuries, with protests, etc., that everybody, I think all of us in India feel that she's been terribly wrong.
All right. I'm sorry, I may just lose Kripa Shankar Patel's video right now. Let me quickly go across to him. Kripa Shankar Patel, the big question everybody was asking here in India is why compete in a category which is way less than your average body weight? But the counter that's coming in from the IOA and of course Dr. Pardiwala has also been that happens, and it's a very usual phenomena. But what is your assessment? Is that an unrealistic expectation to have wrestlers compete in a category which is way below their average body weight?
देखिए, ये पहला अवसर नहीं है कि किसी पहलवान का अंतर्राष्ट्रीय इवेंट में वजन नहीं आया हो। इससे पहले भी अनेकों बार हुआ है, लेकिन ये ओलंपिक में हुआ है, इसलिए सबके संज्ञान में आ रहा है। पूर्व में भी कई पहलवान जाते हैं अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्पर्धाओं में और उनका वजन नहीं आता है। यूनाइटेड वर्ल्ड रेसलिंग के नियम सारी दुनिया में चलते हैं, जैसे कि एंटी डोपिंग एजेंसी के चलते हैं। अगर कोई खिलाड़ी डोप में पकड़ा जाता है, चाहे उसको किसी ने भी खिलाया हो या किसी ने भी बहकाया हो, वो खिलाड़ी खुद दोषी होता है। तो ऐसे ही क्या है कि वजन लाना भी खिलाड़ी की खुद की जिम्मेदारी होती है। वो एक अलग मुद्दा है कि भड़ास निकालने के लिए हम कोच को भी पेनलाइज कर दें, डाइटिशियन को भी कर दें, मसाजर को भी कर दें, सबको उनको सजा दे दें। लेकिन क्या है कि एक अनुभवी खिलाड़ी जो इस स्तर पर खेल रही है, विनेश फोगाट, तो उसकी जिम्मेदारी थी और ये पहले से तय था कि आपका पहले दिन वजन इस टाइम होगा, सेमीफाइनल में पहुंचेंगे, दूसरे दिन वजन का समय आधे घंटे का इस टाइम होगा। तो ये
पर कृपा जी, जब आप कह रहे हैं कि ये इतना होता है, तो क्या जैसे मेरा सवाल था कि क्या ये एक अनरियलिस्टिक एक्सपेक्टेशन है रेसलर्स के लिए, क्योंकि इतने स्तरों को पार करके क्वार्टर फाइनल से लेके सेमीफाइनल से लेके आप मतलब इतना कुछ पार करके फाइनल तक इंसान पहुंचता है, 100 ग्राम बढ़ गए और उसको डिस्क्वालीफाई कर दिया जाता है। उसके साथ साथ पूरे देश की उम्मीदों पे भी पानी फिर जाता है। इसीलिए मैं पूछ लूंगी कि क्या इस रूल को अब जो है और स्टडी करना चाहिए या रिकंसिडर करना चाहिए? क्या ये बहुत ही अनरियलिस्टिक रूल है?
यूनाइटेड वर्ल्ड रेसलिंग ने पहले जो है ना, एक दिन वजन होते थे, फिर अगले दिन से मुकाबले शुरू होते थे। उसमें पहलवान कम से कम 8-10 किलो वजन रिड्यूस करते थे। उससे उनकी सारी एबिलिटी और स्वास्थ्य के ऊपर गलत असर पड़ता था। स्पीड, स्टेमिना, फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी, कोऑर्डिनेशन, ये सब बिगड़ जाता था खिलाड़ी का। तो क्या है कि यूनाइटेड वर्ल्ड रेसलिंग ने इस जोखिम को कम करने के लिए सेम डे वजन और सेम डे कंपटीशन, जिससे कि खिलाड़ी अपनी औसत के अनुसार वेट को कंट्रोल करे, ज्यादा वजन ना घटाए, स्वास्थ्य के ऊपर विपरीत असर ना पड़े। और फिर शुरू किया है कि सेकंड डे भी वेट होगा, क्योंकि स्वस्थ होना बहुत जरूरी है। आप शरीर के साथ खिलवाड़ ना करें, क्योंकि ओलंपिक की स्थापना भी तो इसीलिए हुई है कि हम सब खेलें, स्वस्थ रहें, एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म पे इकट्ठा हो, सौहार्द और भाईचारा बढ़ा रहे। लेकिन धीरे धीरे खिलाड़ियों का जुनून और खिलाड़ियों ने धीरे धीरे इसको और तरीके से लिया और आगे आपको अब 53 वेट कैटेगरी में विनेश को अवसर नहीं था इंडिया में, तो इसीलिए उसकी मजबूरी थी कि उसने 50 किलो किया।
पर आप ये देखिए कि पहले 48 किलो की कैटेगरी में भी वो डिस्क्वालीफाई हुई थी। ये रियो ओलंपिक्स 2016 की बात है, तो ये पहली बार नहीं हुआ है। तो शायद कहीं ना कहीं लापरवाही बरती गई है, पिछले के केसेस से नहीं सीखा गया है और वो रिपीट हो रहे हैं केसेस, क्योंकि ये बात तो सभी जानते हैं कि ये फर्स्ट टाइम नहीं हुआ है विनेश के साथ, और पहले के रियो ओलंपिक्स में भी ये हो चुका है। इनफैक्ट आई एम रनिंग शॉर्ट ऑफ टाइम. Let me quickly bring in Charu. Charu, I see you want to make a point. Go ahead.
Yes, the point I want to make is let me begin by thanking Kripa ji and Alka ji. They have explained things in great detail for all those who don't understand. Also, let's remember these rules are applicable not just to Indian athletes, but athletes from every single country the world over. So the rules cannot be changed for one country, and they remain like it's been explained again and again. Your weight needs to be within a certain range. You are going to be weighed in at a certain time, and it is your absolute responsibility to ensure that can be done. Now, again, I want to say that we should not take this to heart and call it a loss. Vinesh has made the nation proud, and whether she has a medal around her neck today or not, for us, she is a winner. She has made us so proud. It was such a joy to see her fight yesterday, and that's going to stay with us. That, cheer the whole country had for her, that's going to stay with us, and I think that's what we should focus on.
And perhaps, Pooja, that is what is expected out of the opposition also. For once, on moments like these, one needs to unite as far as the athletes of the nation are concerned and have a unanimous take. You heard what Prime Minister had to say, all the way from Prime Minister to our Home Minister. Everybody has only lauded the resilience of Vinesh Fogart and in fact shelving hopes for the next Olympics as well.
Yeah, we do, Akansha. I think Vinesh is a hero, irrespective of what color of the medal or no color of the medal she brings it. She has given hopes to the millions of girls who are trying their hands at wrestling in villages and rural areas, and she returns as a hero for all the 140 crore Indians within. And that does not, this medal, this disqualification does not deter any fact that she is a hero and she'll always be a hero.
Now, Ayaz, I'd also like to give you the closing thoughts, because the question is, should that 2 kg allowance be given to the grapplers during trials? What can the Wrestling Federation of India do to ensure that such disturbing situations don't take place again? In fact, I also have some very significant examples. We've seen that happen with Babita Fogart in 2012 at the Asian Championship in South Korea. We've seen Pappu Yadav being declared as overweight in 1996 Atlanta Olympics. So the list is endless, and it's not an embarrassment, it's just ruthless. It's in fact unfair and tragic, not just to athletes but all the millions of hopes that are resting with those athletes.
So I think, look, you have to abide by the rules. Otherwise, why have rules? If it's going to be manipulated, the rules, then there's no point, because then manipulation can come from all quarters and it becomes impossible to manage. So I think adherence to rules is paramount, especially at the Olympics. Yes, if the rules are, there are obvious lacuna in the rules, then you have to revisit them and see what can be done. For instance, do you think 100 grams is too much or too little? Is 20 grams allowed? Whatever. I'm just from the top of my mind, I'm coming up with examples. That can be revisited, but I don't think one can make exceptions. That's not the way to go about it. I think it's, this is, as I mentioned at the start, this is a tragedy of epic proportions that has happened not just to Vinesh, but also to India.
I agree with you that, it's not about making exceptions, because the World Wrestling Body has already ruled out any consideration in this matter. So why even go in that direction, something that's not going to be negated or is non-negotiable? But what I want you to factor in is what can be done back home, because this is also a moment of introspection for the Wrestling Federation of India.
I think, right now, I think, we are all disappointed. I think Vinesh will be completely gutted. She's worked so hard, faced so many obstacles, crossed over all of them, reached the final, and then you find, that you've just not been deprived of a medal. You've just been sent home packing without anything to show for it. But having said that, I think as a country, as a nation, we need to give her the assurance that she's come back for us like a colossus. I think, we mentioned here earlier in the show that she beat the best in the world to reach the second round or the semifinals. And then from there, I think this is her third Olympics. She has put a lot of effort and a lot of commitment for these games. But I think we need to reassure her, and she needs to take it on herself that she should be ready for the next Olympics. That's the best one can do as a nation. that we give her the assurance that we are still solidly behind her.
That's a very important point that you've made, and I'm going to latch on to that keyword, reassurance. Charu, I want you to give that reassurance. We've seen those heartwarming messages coming in from the Prime Minister and the Home Minister as well. But, you know, is this just going to be left to lip service? Should we now expect a new approach being adopted by the Wrestling Federation of India towards all those wrestlers and these female wrestlers who only, brought us laurels?
So this is not lip service. It is the entire nation standing behind her, and the Prime Minister is, yes, he has tweeted and he's sent strong words of support for her, but so have all other Indians. Let's also remember that India is rising as a sporting nation. We have not traditionally been medal winners, and we are developing a sporting culture in India. Khelo India being one such example, supporting Olympian athletes being one such example, and that sporting culture has to be ingrained in our systems, has to be ingrained in every single
Sporting culture, Charu, will also incorporate and involve an environment which in fact is very supportive towards the female wrestlers.
You know, I have been an international shooter for India in my younger days. I left shooting at the age of 20 after an international win. You know why? Because at that point of time, it was unbelievable that somebody could sustain on sports alone. So that culture is changing, and for that to change even further, all our federations need to be empowered.
All right. I'm running short of time. I'm glad that we are closing this discussion on a more optimistic note. Many thanks to you, Mr. Memon, Pooja and Pragya for joining in on that discussion. And with